Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. Guys, question from viewer today, Edwin Chow, about old school feel. You guys know I like feel. We'll talk about that in a minute. Stay tuned. All right, guys. So my buddy Edwin Chow emailed me and asked an interesting question. He does email me from time to time. Hey, Edwin. Hope you're well, buddy. This is what he writes. I just bought a used Speed UTech IG MP 300. To my pleasant surprise, I could feel the racket at the handle while I was volleying against the wall. The feeling was great, and I began to test all those rackets I own and could narrow them down into these few rackets with that kind of feel at the handle when I volley or hit it at the string bed with my palm. And he goes on to name out each of the rackets that has that feel. And it's a RF 97 version 11, Prince Tour 100 with the portholes, Wilson Classic 7.5 SI, Classic 4.5 SI, Extreme Graphene 360 Plus Tour, 305, let's see, Head UTech Speed IG MP 300, Yonex VCore 100 2018, VCore 98 2018, and then a Volcal V1 Classic 102. And then he says, compared to the muted feel on Clash Tour, Pure Strike 1619 Gen 3, the Gravity Tour, the PS97 Red One, PS97 Red One S, Blade 1619 version 7, Arrow Banana, Pure Drive 2015, Angel 101, Wilson Ultra Tour version 2.0, and Prince Techstream 100P. Is this what they call old school classic feel compared to muted feel? I tend to gravitate to those rackets with feel at the handle rather than the muted feel. What other rackets that come with what other rackets come with this type of feel in the handle? Man, that is a great question. When I talk about rackets I use, I mention feel a lot. As you guys know, I don't use a dampener. All these companies nowadays tend to be muting the rackets out. Yonex with that kind of a meshy thing in the handle is actually killing a lot of the feel because they're taking out vibration. So there's a kind of, when the rackets are made, they're weighing whether it's too, it's too vibration-y. Let's say it's too much shock to the hand. Therefore, they quiet it down, either in the handle or they put that stupid Cortex in that part of the throat, like the Babolat's did, or they move it to the 3 and 9 o'clock. I'll show you. Here, let's come on over to the rackets, actually. So in this new VCore 97, there is a handle here. It's called a vibration dampening material in there. And they say for added touch and precision, but it's killing the feel on this racket because the old versions of this, you can definitely feel the ball come off the strings a little more, whereas this one's a lot more quiet. So this one definitely does not have old school feel. I kind of feel like the same for these RFs. I mean, that red and black one, as he was mentioning, I feel has more feel than these. I'm not sure if it's the matte finish that has something to do with it too, but these are definitely more quiet. The countervail that that this had, and supposedly this doesn't have, but that flex feel that they have in here, right, along with the matte finish, I feel kills it too in these blades. And you know, we all know Clash isn't horrible, but it's okay, because if I could play with it, I can feel the ball, I can feel the flex. It's kind of a little bit better than countervail, because I could actually feel the ball hit the string bed and launch out. So, I mean, there's a reason why I play with it. Again, no dampener, but I can definitely feel the ball with a Clash. Now, Babolat, thank God, took out the Cortexes, right? So no more Cortexes, kind of an old school feel now, which is great for me because I can now actually feel the ball without that muted feel that Edwin's talking about. But what here on this wall will give you that type of old school feel? Well, how about Kevin Anderson's? That will have old school feel. I mean, everything built today is, man, there's not a lot that really isn't dampened. I feel like Wilson's racket, like these Ultra series, the 100, has a little bit more old school feel. I feel like anything that has a shiny finish actually will give you more of that old school feel. I mean, as you can see, that's a shiny finish. So I feel like Kevin Anderson, Ultras, and there's not a lot actually. That's the true, man, that's the true reality, because everything else is pretty muted. So you did a good job of buying something old. If you guys can find like a Wilson 4.2, Pro Staff Classic 4.2, that has old school feel. I love that racket. You would love it too. I think there's some on eBay, but not 100% sure. I know it comes and goes on eBay, and my buddy buys them all up. Anyways, Luca, what's up, buddy? Anyways, so, but that has old school feel. Those 6195s back in the day, old school feel. But it's hard to get old school feel with these modern rackets now. So aside from these two that I know of, yeah, everything is dampened. Isn't that sad, guys? Everything is just dampened now. I guess take out a dampener and try to get some old school feel from that. You'll get a slight touch of it. But Edwin, thank you for your question. Unfortunately, there's not too many rackets on the wall with old school feel anymore. Try that Dunlop CX line. I think you'll get old school feel, especially from this one with the leather grip. And then the Ultra line from Wilson. Okay? Thank you for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis.